When you first started playing chess, people told you things like this. Play e4, develop, attack the centre, and castle. Which is excellent advice, but there reaches a certain point where that's just not good enough anymore, especially if you're playing e4. Well, it were good enough for Bobby Fischer. Yeah, but you're not Bobby Fischer. Where that level is probably depends on the individual. When I got to around 1500, 1600, everything changed. Don't worry about it, just bank pieces out and attack. Which was basically my philosophy of chess openings up to about that point. And then it just wasn't good enough. Why? The higher up the ratings you go, the more complex openings that you're going to face. Don't bother about opening theory. Again, it's a fair point, but it's very easy to start getting overwhelmed by the number of different options that Black's got against e4. Suddenly, you've got a whole world of Sicilians to deal with, French, Scandinavian. Scandinavian's a junk opening. Doesn't matter what the bloke down the pub's opinion of a particular opening is, you've still got to face it, and the person playing that opening against you is going to have more knowledge than you do. So it's probably time to start learning some openings and going a little bit deeper, and everyone's got an opinion on what you should do. Have you tried the Italian game? Just play main lines, mate. Just buy an opening book. Play Gambit. And no doubt, all this advice is well-meaning, but it just doesn't help you if you're getting overwhelmed. Just because an opening suits somebody else, it might not suit you. And it goes back to that problem where your opponent's likely to have got more experience in particular openings than you will ever be able to do as white. Take the French for example. You play e4 and your opponent plays e6. They've got more experience than you. The French, I play the advanced. Against the French, I play exchange. Again, all well-meaning, but it doesn't help your case. You've got to face this, as well as the vast array of Sicilians and the different options white and black's got against that. Sicilian, just play at 150 attack. Shut up. You're getting annoying now. The problem is that there's a massive umbrella of different openings you have to deal with if you're playing 1e4, and what that does is sucks away all your study time like a massive black hole. And that opening study takes away time from tactics, strategy, and endgames, and they're probably more important, but you still have to know what you're doing in the opening. So what's the big deal? Pick an opening, like against the French, pick a line, pick the advance, and play that. Okay, do that, but then you don't know whether you like that opening until you've played hundreds of games in that opening, maybe, or that type of structure. And then what if you don't like it? It's back to the drawing board. So it's exchange variation. You don't like that, back to the drawing board. Main lines, knight d2 lines. Still, the black player is going to have more experience than you. Massive, massive problems. But is there a solution to all of this? Stop talking anyway, it's your round. Not my round, I'm on hot chocolate. Well, you could see chess as a long-term development, not as a quick fix. You could see it as long-term development. You could gradually get better. You could play blitz games. You could import your ideas. You could sort of gradually improve each opening as you go along, but it's a long-term development. There are no quick fixes. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. Personally, I don't have that time to do that with 1e4 anymore, which is why I've gone for this option right here.